Coronation Street fans have been heartbroken for George Shuttleworth during the latest scenes on the cobbles. Not long ago, a woman named Annie stormed into George's funeral parlor in a furious mood. She confronted George, who had recently arranged her mother's funeral, while Todd Grimshaw and Christina Boyd were also present. Annie angrily accused George of manipulating her mother and exploiting her fragile condition so he could be included in her will. The situation became even more awkward when Christina jokingly suggested that George had a habit of sneaking his way into the wills of grieving clients. Her comment immediately backfired when she realized that Mrs. Ripley, a potential customer, had overheard everything she said. At the same time, solicitor Adam Barlow informed George that Annie had hired him to challenge her mother's will in court. He advised George to seek legal representation as soon as possible. Adam also explained that Annie believes Christina helped George in the alleged scheme and plans to take legal action against both of them, according to the Daily Star. In Monday's episode, which is currently available to stream on ITVX, George appeared deeply upset as he showed Christina several fake one-star reviews posted online, convinced that Annie was responsible for them. Viewers of the soap have grown worried about George, fearing that this storyline could hint at a possible departure for the much-loved character who has been part of Weatherfield since 2020. However, the actor who portrays George has reassured fans about his future on the ITV show, bringing relief to many viewers. He shared a picture of himself holding a celebratory drink on Instagram and wrote that he had signed a new contract, thanking the show and joking that he happily accepted the offer. He also mentioned he was excited to discover what lies ahead for George, aside from dealing with more bodies at the funeral home. Fans quickly responded to the post with supportive comments. One person said the news was fantastic and well-deserved. Another wrote that he plays one of the best characters on the cobbles, while a different fan added that the show would not be the same without George. Coronation Street favorite Sue Nicholls has spent decades playing the much-loved Audrey Roberts, making her one of the soap's most iconic figures. Audrey first stepped onto the cobbles in 1979, introduced as the mother of Gail Platt. Since then, the character has been involved in many memorable storylines, including complicated romances, family drama, and serious personal struggles. Throughout the years, Audrey faced countless challenges, from surviving the dangerous serial killer Richard Hillman to beginning a relationship with former conman Louis Archer. She also dealt with difficult issues such as depression and alcohol dependency. One of her most memorable relationships was with Alf Roberts, whom she married in 1985. Their marriage lasted until his death in 1999. Away from the screen, Sue has also experienced deep personal loss. Her husband, fellow Coronation Street actor Mark Eden, passed away, leaving the actress heartbroken. Mark became widely known for portraying the villainous Alan Bradley on the soap between 1986 and 1989. His character arrived in Weatherfield hoping to reconnect with his estranged daughter Jenny following the death of her mother. Alan later moved in with Jenny and her foster mother Rita Tanner, eventually developing romantic feelings for Rita. What initially appeared to be a loving relationship soon turned into something far darker. The character betrayed Rita by forging her signature in order to remortgage her home and fund his business venture. His behavior also became abusive, and he secretly started an affair with Gloria Todd behind Rita's back. Alan's dramatic storyline ended in 1989 when he chased Rita through Blackpool and was killed after being struck by a tram. In real life, Sue and Mark's love story began years earlier when they met at a fashion event in 1983. Their relationship grew stronger over time, and they eventually married in 1993. The couple remained together for nearly 3 decades until Mark's death in 2021 at the age of 92. He had been living with Alzheimer's disease for some time before he passed away. Following his death, many heartfelt tributes were shared for the respected actor. Colleagues praised his powerful performance as Alan Bradley and highlighted the lasting impact his character had on the show's history. Meanwhile, Audrey has been missing from recent episodes of Coronation Street, which has left many fans worried about the character's absence. The soap addressed the situation last week with a brief update. In an episode that aired on February 26th, Audrey's granddaughter Sarah spoke with her mother on the phone and revealed that Audrey was currently away on holiday. Although the explanation reassured viewers that the character is safe, many fans are still eager to see Audrey return to Weatherfield and back behind the salon chair. Coronation Street favorite Sue Nicholls has spent decades bringing Audrey Roberts to life, becoming one of the most treasured characters on the long-running soap. Audrey first appeared in Weatherfield in 1979, when she arrived as the mother of Gail Platt. Over the years, the character became a central figure on the cobbles and even tied the knot with Alf Roberts in 1985 before his heartbreaking death in 1999. Just like her on-screen character, Sue has also experienced painful moments in her personal life after losing her husband and fellow actor Mark Eden. Mark was widely recognized for portraying the villainous Alan Bradley in Coronation Street, a role he played between 1986 and 1989. Alan's storyline began when he arrived in Weatherfield, hoping to reconnect with his estranged daughter, Jenny, after the death of her mother and his former wife, Pat. He later moved into the home shared by Jenny and her foster mother, Rita Tanner, eventually beginning a romantic relationship with Rita. However, their happiness quickly turned sour. Alan betrayed Rita by forging her signature in order to mortgage her house and fund his business venture, Weatherfield Security Systems. His behavior also became abusive, and he secretly began an affair with Gloria Todd while still involved with Rita. The villain's dramatic storyline came to a shocking end in 1989, when he chased Rita through Blackpool and was killed after being struck by a tram. Away from the soap, Sue once revealed that she felt an instant connection when she first met Mark at a fashion event in 1983. Their relationship grew over the years, and the pair eventually married in 1993. They remained together for decades until Mark sadly passed away in 2021 at the age of 92. He had been living with Alzheimer's disease for some time before his death. Following the news of his passing, many tributes were shared in honor of the respected actor. Industry figures praised his unforgettable performance as Alan Bradley and the powerful impact his character left on the show's history. Meanwhile, Audrey has not appeared in recent episodes of Coronation Street, which has sparked concern among viewers. The soap addressed the character's absence last week with a brief update. In an episode that aired on February 26th, Audrey's granddaughter Sarah spoke to her mother on the phone and confirmed that Audrey was currently enjoying a holiday. Although the explanation reassured viewers about the character's whereabouts, many fans are still hoping to see Audrey return to the salon soon. Elsewhere in the drama, Coronation Street actor James Cartwright has teased intense upcoming scenes involving Todd Grimshaw and Theo Silverton. Next week's episodes will show Todd becoming increasingly distressed as Theo continues to manipulate the situation and create more trouble. The tense storyline unfolds during Theo's birthday celebration, where Todd arrives late and is cruelly handed the bill by his fiancée. According to the actor, the moment highlights Theo's manipulative behavior, as he knows Todd is struggling financially. Coronation Street airs on weeknights at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.